In this demonstration, we're going to show you how to use an embossing folder with the TODO machine. You can see in your manual here, you've got a title of embossing. It tells you that you need the C and B plates and also a setting of 5 to 8. And you change the setting just by lifting the dial, moving it round. I'm going to set mine on 6.5, and then you press that down. We've got a TODO embossing folder here, and I've opened it so that the raised pattern is on the right hand side and the debossed pattern is on the left hand side, and I'm just going to fold my folder over the top. I'm then going to take my 2 plates. One of them is the C, which is very flexible, so we're going to place that over the top first of all, and then we're going to also place the B plate over the top of that, and then we're just going to turn the handle and allow the roller to run over the platform, over the embossing folder, and over to the other side of the machine. We can then remove both of our plates, the C and B, and when we open up our folder, we've got a beautifully embossed piece of card. So what we're going to do now is take this beautifully embossed piece of cardstock and we're going to add a little bit of colour to it, and then we're going to make it into a nice simple project. So onto a blending mat, I'm going to use an archival ink with this and just pick some up on one of my smoothie sponges. Just get rid of some of that ink and then start to just blend around the edges, and you will see that embossed detail just start to pop. And it just takes a plain piece of white cardstock and turns it into something that's really beautiful. So just finished inking there, and I can now show you that we've got this lovely piece of cardstock that's coloured and embossed, and I've left the centre plain because I want to put a sentiment across there. So the next step now is to put some foam pads on the back of this. So I'm just going to take some large foam pads, and we just want to give this a little bit of a lift so it doesn't sit flat onto the card. So I'm just going to pop 4 and 1 in the middle just to stop that from dipping. You then just peel the backings off, like so, working your way around. I've used a permanent ink as well to blend with. You have to work a little bit faster, but it means that you don't get ink all over your fingers. So I've now got that ready to go onto my base card. So I chose a piece of pearlised card and just made a card base out of that, and I put a little bit of a matte of a white on because I'm going to use little white die cuts to embellish this, and we just then press that onto the front of our card. And we're also going to now add some of the little die cuts. So take some of the little die cuts from your white cardstock. So I use the same card as I used for the base and for the embellishments. And we're just going to pop this, a little bit of glue on the back of here. You only need a little tiny bit, just here and there. I don't necessarily want it to sit flat. I kind of want it to be a little bit raised. And this die just happens to line up and match the actual pattern that is on your embossing folder. And we're just going to bring it down one side of the heart area. And last one here. And it's up to you how much or how little you put on, really. It's all down to personal taste. I'm going to press that in place. I have then used one of the sentiment letterpress plates, and I've inked it up with the same ink and run it through TODO. And it's given me this lovely crisp image which looks like it's been stamped. I'm then going to put a foam pad onto the back of that, just 1 in the middle, and I've curved it slightly. So to keep it in place, I'm going to add a little bit of wet glue on there, just on the ends. I don't want a lot, it's just to hold it into place. And then I'm going to place Happy Anniversary across here, press it down in the centre when you've got it lined up, line that up, and then I'm just going to tuck that underneath the actual petals there of that flower, like that. Just press it down and let it grab for a few seconds. And then I've just made a bow that I'm going to pop in that corner. So a little bit of hot glue on the back of there. And I'm going to pop that bow into that corner. And there we have our finished, quick, simple, easy happy anniversary card.